Today I'm going to make Tamagoyaki. You'll see throughout this video I've said that word maybe 10 times. I don't know, I lost count. It's a raw Japanese omelette that is actually quite challenging to make. This is my 5th attempt now. I think I got it done quite well. Maybe a couple more and I'll be just like a non-Japanese chef. I doubt it. Anyway, one of the keys is a hot pan, lots of oil, and when you add the liquid ingredients to the egg, make sure you're not using too much, because what will happen is the egg will become too diluted and it won't fry, so to speak. That's it. I'm going to eat it now. I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to be attempting to make a Japanese tamagoyaki in a Tamagoyaki pan. How many times am I going to say Tamagoyaki in this video? There's a quiz at the end. Right, so the making of the ingredients, of course, is quite easy. You just put in 4 eggs. If you're like me, you'll probably get shell in your eggs. After all these years, I still haven't mastered that skill. Right, we're going to put in a little bit of salt, a bit of white pepper, half a tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of mirin, which is like a sweet sake. And then the magic ingredient, a tablespoon of dashi, which is homemade. If you click here, I'll show you how to make it. Basically, it's just a seaweed and bonito flake stock. And then you whip it all up until it's as whipped up as it can be. And by the way, I'm making it in this jug so it's easier to pour in the pan, because we need to make 5 or 6 layers. So if you try to use a spoon, you can, but this is easier and better. Right, I'm going to whip that up some more, but I'll meet you in the kitchen and I'll show you how to cook it. Woo! Okay, so this is about the 5th time I've tried to make tamagoyaki now, and I failed 4 times. Each time I've gotten a bit better though. It's actually, it can be quite difficult, and you don't necessarily need this kind of pan. You can do it in a round pan. I might make another video another time showing you how to do that. But one of the things that I have found during my 4 failures is that the pan should be medium hot. The key is when you put the egg in, is that it starts to cook immediately. If you put the egg in and it doesn't start to cook yet, the pan's not hot enough, and then you're going to start having trouble. Another key point is you want to keep the pan like really oily, because once the egg starts to stick, it's going to go downhill from there quick. I'm going to turn the heat down a bit. And I'm using coconut oil. You can use avocado oil, any other oil that you want. I'm going to give it a drop to see if it's ready. It's ready. So here we go. The first layer is probably the most important one, because that's going to serve as your base for everything else. It's also maybe one of the more difficult layers. Like right here, you'll see that I didn't put enough in. And then you just start to fold it. And that's when I'll start to use the spatula, because it's very hard with the chopsticks. Unless you're a pro, which I'm not. Alright, that's the first layer. You see it's very slippery and sticky. Put in some more oil. Move the egg over there. Put in your next layer. Lift up your egg and get the egg under it, your liquid egg. Try to get the whole pan covered in the egg. Let that cook for a moment. And then repeat the process. Just want to fold it. More oil. That might be a bit too much oil, to be fair. Next layer. The key is you want to get it under the egg you've already cooked. And you'll see that the whole pan wasn't covered, so that's not ideal. But hopefully it'll be hidden within the roll, and no one will know. I'm going to say that's still oily enough. Put in the next layer. You want to avoid putting too much egg in, because that's one of the many things that will give you a problem. And as it gets bigger, it will get harder to flip. And I already made a mistake. I broke it when I flipped it. But hopefully it will be hidden in the layers. Probably do 2 more layers. There's one. And if you watch the real chefs doing this, they make it look so easy. And maybe one day it will be. But for a home chef like myself, I don't think it's too bad. It's just very delicate. The last layer goes in. Put it under the egg. And I may have made the mistake which I've made a few times before, which is putting too much egg on the last layer. Ideally, you want it all to be cooked by now. But we will see. And also, if you see little bubbles popping up, you want to pop them. Yeah, see? Too much egg. I didn't use oil on the last one. But I think we'll get away with it. I hope. And just let that cook on the edge. Try to keep it as square. Move it to that edge. Push it against the sides of the pan so they get a bit cooked also. And turn the heat off. Give it a flip. And push it against the edge. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this back over. I'm going to wrap it in a bamboo sushi roller, because while it's warm like this, it can lose its shape pretty easy. And if you wrap it in the bamboo wrapper, the heat coming off won't make it soggy. So I'll see you back over there. Right, so I've got the tamagoyaki in this bamboo sushi roller, and I'm just going to fold it like this. And what that should do is it will help it maintain its rectangular shape. And as it cools, the moisture is going to come out because there's air under it. And what I'll do is halfway through the cooling, I'll flip it over so any moisture gets a chance to come out through the top. You can let it cool for maybe 10 minutes while you do something else. The longer you let it cool, the more of a flavor it will develop and the easier it will be to cut. If you just try to cut it right now, it has a high chance of falling apart on you. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like when I cut into it. I show you the layers. Hopefully they're there. Okay, all right, so the Tamagoyaki, I think that's about the 8th time I've said it so far, has been cooling. So now it's cool. Well, actually it's still warm. But it's quite a lot firmer now, so it should be easy to cut. The key is you want a very sharp knife, because if you don't and you start hacking into it, it's very easy to tear apart. So the way I do it is cut it in half first, and then I cut each half into half. And then guess what? Each half into half again. It's actually still a bit warm. It's been cooling for maybe 10 minutes. And there you have it. I will zoom in so you can see the layers. But that right there is what it's all about.